Hi everybody, how are we doing? Apologies if I still sound a little bit croaky. I'm still getting over this illness, whatever it was I've had. It's just there. This is just how we're sounding. So, video 2 today of filming, and it is another makeup video, and I'm really sorry about that, but they've both been requested. So I thought while I've got all my gubbins out, my makeup brushes and stuff, I would do both videos. So last week I posted a video about makeup for glasses. Thank you, subscriber. I believe the subscriber that asked for that one was Will Dunaville. Thank you very much. I'm sorry if I've got your name wrong. I did look it up earlier and I've forgotten again. I'm sure it was Will Dunaville. So thank you very, very much for requesting that one. I have also had this one requested. I believe this one came from a subscriber named Natasha, I believe. Again, I should look these things up. So again, thank you for your suggestion. So yes, it's another makeup video. Normal service will be resumed next week, hopefully, when I have a bit more time to film. So yeah, just getting these ones out of the way as they've been requested. I don't want you guys hanging around too long for new videos. So I recently purchased these 3 products. They are by Revolution Makeup and they are from their DC range. So you have Marvel, you have DC, and these are from the Batman collection. Now, I haven't purchased everything from the collection. I will try and put some pictures up whilst I'm talking of what they've got, but they do have a mini Batman palette, they have a larger Batman palette, they have 2 highlighters, I have one of them, they have a Catwoman, Joker, and they have a Harley Quinn palette. So I've bought, I think they've also got a couple of lip glosses and a mascara. Now, I haven't purchased the mascara. I thought about it, but because I've been looking for one. I have now found one, if you watched my video last week, which is the Kiko Standout Volume 1. However, the Batman one, I believe from looking at the product detail, is not waterproof, and I have to have waterproof mascara because I have a watery eye, and I end up looking like Carrie after about 30 minutes of wearing makeup. So yeah, I haven't purchased that. Lip glosses are not my thing. I like my matte lipsticks. I've never been a lover of lip gloss. I don't like anything that's like sticky on my lips. And I looked at the Batman palettes, but they were too brown based. Now, I wasn't that impressed by the actual Batman ones. When you look at the, and I will obviously show you the proper palettes, but when you look at the Joker palette, you kind of get Joker clown vibes. When you look at the Catwoman palette, you get that dark, sultry, feminine, kind of a dark villain kind of colours. But when they did the Batman one, if someone said to me, what colours would you put in a Batman based eyeshadow palette, I'd be looking at dark purples, dark blues, maybe a bit of silver, some yellow, some golden tones, and I would have based it on kind of Batman's outfits throughout the many versions of Batman there have been, from the comics through to the 1960s versions, right the way through to the, you know, the more recent Batmans. And I would have definitely based it on a kind of Gotham City vibe, so very dark, very sultry, and with those pops of like canary yellow from the early Batman. And they didn't. It's very brown, it's very neutral, it's just yet another nude palette that I wasn't feeling. Also didn't look at the Harley Quinn one. Yes, I do like Harley Quinn. I would have bought it if the colours hadn't been really candy floss girly. Again, I think they could have been better. Yes, a pastel palette in the mix of what they've done. They've kind of done a dark smoky palette, they've done a vibrant palette, they've done the Harley Quinn one, which is the pastel one, and they've done the Batman, which is the nude. But again, I think the Harley Quinn palette shades were a little bit meh. They're not for me. They're going to get lost on my skin tone. I would say if you have a very dark olive or kind of beautiful black, if you're a beautiful black lady or gentleman, you know, or anything in between that wears makeup, you know, then I think those colours might really pop on you. But for me, where I'm so pale, they're just not even going to look right. They were, even the blue, I would have thought they'd have put a real vivid royal blue in there, a vivid red, and they didn't. It was all very pinky, very pastel-y, and not my thing. I've got my ice palette, the Ice Fantasy palette by Morphe, and that's certainly got pastels in it, but again, I need to kind of pick my moments of wearing it and also pair it with other colours, because otherwise they just don't work, unless I'm just doing my under eye. So I was asked, someone mentioned that they wanted, I put up on Instagram, I believe, that I bought these palettes, and I was asked if I could review them ahead of them wanting to purchase them. So not wanting to leave them waiting too long, I thought I would review them today and maybe do a bit like I did last week with my glasses look, a quick look with each eye, a quick eye look with each palette even. God, what is going on with my gob today? I do apologise. This cold I've had has really knocked me. So I'm going to start. They have all got names, but I've used the palettes, so the name things have come off. So I'm going to put those down there on the black bed where I can read them, and I will talk through the palettes. So this is the first one. This is the Catwoman. It has a really weird texture to the palette. It feels a little bit rubbery, where they've done this kind of glittery front to it. It's got that kind of rubbery face to it. It's really bizarre. It's a 9-pan palette, and the palette again is exactly the same as it is on the box. It's got that kind of rubbery feel to it, and the Catwoman mask is plain matte, very smooth. They have kept this kind of bronze theme all the way through everything, with the naming conventions and everything, and even the Joker palette is very much a bronze, which is kind of nice. It's a bit different. A lot of the palettes you get these days are silver or gold or white, so to have that bronze rose gold, I suppose you could call it, is quite different. Just to flip up, it does have a mirror, but we'll get that out of the way. So these are the colours you get, and yes, I have been using these, so I'm going to try and do a quick swatch. Now, I don't know if you can tell on camera, or yes you can, but they do come with Catwoman masks, not on all of the colours. There's just the matte shades, so this kind of pinky one and the taupe come with the Catwoman mask, which is the same that's on the front. So that's kind of cool. And I have used the middle one here, and it's not fully destroyed it, but it has started to, so they don't last too long with that imprint on them, which I always find such a shame. I know I watched a video by Roxorus, and she had a Japanese palette that had all this beautiful artwork, and the minute you put your brush in it, it's just gone, and it's such a shame. But I do like that they've done that. So I'm going to try and do a bit of a swatch for you and give you the colours. So the colours are Meow, Kitty and Claws. We have Jewels, Diamonds and Thief. And we have, what's that one? Like the View, Selena Kyle, which is obviously Catwoman's alter ego, or Catwoman's real name, and Antihero. Quite a few neutral shades in this, but I'm also liking these dark ones as well. So I'm going to be going for a look with these shortly. But just to give you a quick idea, I'll see if I can swatch. I've got my trusty wipes down here. So I'm going to start at the bottom and work up actually. So this is the 3 bottom ones. So I'm just going to see if I can do this. And the problem is, my skin, this is what I mean about pastel colours on my skin. So you have Thief, no, Antihero, Selena Kyle and like the view. And we'll just try that again. So this will be Thief, Diamonds and Jewels. And we'll just do a bit of a swatch with those. And I'm not going massively heavy. And the last row, which is Meow, Kitty and Claws. Oh, that one didn't come out very well. So there we go. So as you can see, I'm quite pale. They are quite muted. Yeah, I think they're quite nice. This one's not showing up quite as grey purple as it should. But the payoff is pretty good. The metallic is pretty good. I'm going to wipe it off my arm, or otherwise I will be getting it everywhere. And I do find, as with all Revolution palettes, you know, you do get quite a good pigment. So I'll just get the Joker palette up as well. So this is the Joker palette. This is just a normal, slightly embossed packaging, which is kind of cool. And it's the same on the front. And this again has a mirror. And this is your Vivid palette. So these colours are Smile, Crazier and Surrender. Ooh, there. We have Power, Desire and Stranger. And at the bottom we have Ha Ha Ha, Happy Face and Joker. So again, I will swatch bottom to top. So Joker, Happy Face and Ha 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 at the top. Like those colours. We have Stranger, and again they've got the Joker's face on all the matte colours, so there's a lot more matte in this one than there is in the Catwoman one. So this is Stranger, Desire and Power. And I probably should be doing these with brushes, but I'm not. So the payoff probably isn't as good. So this is Surrender, Crazier and Smile. Ooh, Smile is very pale. Try and get a bit more of that one. So those are pretty good shades, especially if you like bright, vibrant colours. Again, I'm going to take them off my arm, or I will end up getting this absolutely everywhere. So, should we do a look, or do you want me to test the highlighter? Let me get the highlighter out as well. So this is the paler of the two Batman highlighters. This has the Batman symbol and lots of bats. And I don't know if this one has a shade name. I don't think it did. It just came as a little bit of plastic. So again, it does come with a compact mirror, and it does come, let me put the mirror out of camera, it does come with the Batman symbol, and it's quite a nice colour. It's quite a decent highlighter colour for me. I'm not a big highlighter user, but it has got some, there you go, shimmery payoff, which is pretty good. So again, let me just take that off my arm, because I'm wearing black, and you know what's going to happen? I'm going to move my arm and I'm going to end up with a rainbow. Oh, don't I? You know it's there. So yes, I'm back to wearing glasses again. No other reason than I need to give my eyes a rest from contacts, and I've just been filming a glasses wearing look and couldn't be bothered to put my contacts in, to be perfectly honest. That's how it goes. So we'll finish with the highlighter. We'll do the highlighter last. Let me put that one out of the way for a minute. Let's start with neutral and bronze. Should we do the other way around? Should we do neutral and colour? Let's start with the colour look for a change. So let me grab some of my trusty brushes, which I have cleaned since the last video. I have cleaned them. I haven't done my whirligig cleaner thing. I literally grabbed, I've got some biodegradable wipes, and I just swizzle it off and then dry them off. And it does take out, considering most of these are white brushes, it does take out a lot of the colour I use, so I'm really proud of that. So I'm going to have to cheat a little bit with the Bright Eye and just pinch a base colour from my palette that I used last week, which is the Revolution Extravaganza, because there are no neutral shades in the Joker palette and I don't want to mix the two. So I just want a matte neutral that I can put all over my lid. So I'm just going to go in with that nice kind of neutral pinky one again and try and find my, oh, I've got a mirror in the palette, I can use that one, and just pop that all over the lid as a base for my colours. Now, yes, I probably should be using, you could pop that on the other eye as well while I think about it, so as I don't forget. I probably should be using a primer, and of course you're going to get better payoff with colours if you do use a primer, but I'm not a primer wearing girl, so I'm not going to change now just for this video. So let's get my trusted brushes. What do we fancy? I did purple last week. I'm thinking those greys and greens might be quite good. Let's just slap it on and see what happens. So I'm going to take, oh, I don't know what to take. I don't even know what kind of look I'm going to go for here. I might have to use that purple again, but I'm going to go with that lime green for a minute. So I'm going to grab my brush and I'm just going to pop that all over the inside of my lid, because why the hell not? Let's do something a little bit different. I'm just going to take that again just above the crease of my eye and pop that all over. I think I'm going to be using this colour a lot in the run up to Halloween. I am, oh, got it all over me. I'm changing out my turquoise at some point before Halloween, and this is the colour we will be going. I'm going to try out the Lime Crime, Lime Twist, not Lime Crime, crazy colour, Lime Twist. It's because I'm talking about lime green. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the lime green. It's quite a nice, it's quite a bright colour. I am actually now going to take the same brush. I've just cleaned it off, and I am going to take this kind of grape colour. So we're going for a, I don't know what we're going for here. We're just going to slap it on and see what happens, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to put this on the outer part of the eye and kind of blend that in. And I am being quite heavy with this colour because why not? Let's just slap it on and see what happens. Got like a, I feel like I'm channeling my inner Jane Wilkes today with this one. You would be proud I'm wearing such bright vivid colours. I'm just going to pack that on a little bit on that outer edge and blend that up and across. Now, because obviously purple and lime green give that kind of brown, it's looking very red on camera. I'm not going to lie, I quite like it. It's actually quite purple in the shade. For some reason it's coming up quite red on camera. I would get some pictures of these palettes, I hopefully would have showed you earlier, that will show it's not quite that red. So we'll try that one. I'm going to take that dark blue because I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to try all the colours, slap them together and see what we can come up with. So I'm just going to... So, number one, this does actually give quite a bit of fallout. I've got green everywhere. And I've now got purple. I'm starting to look a bit like a bruise underneath my eye, which is never a good look. So I'm just going to grab some more powder a moment. Oh, I'm losing my brushes. What am I doing today? Let me just grab some powder. I need my powder brush. What has she done with her powder brush? This is why I hate doing makeup videos, because I always feel totally disorganised. Right, let's just slap that on under there. So last week when I used the Revolution palette, I didn't have quite this much fallout. I don't know whether it's due to the amount of pigment that's in this one, but I'm feeling quite a bit of fallout. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this darker grey shade first. I did say the blue one, but I'm going to take this dark grey one. And I'm going to put that on the outer corner underneath my eye. There. And I'm also going to take that up into this, hopefully, just the outer corner here, and see if I can darken it up just a little bit. Just talk amongst yourselves for a while. See if I can darken that up a little bit. See, it's looking very browny poison apple look on camera, but actually it's quite purple and green in normal lighting. I'm hoping the thumbnail will show better colour, to be honest. I will see what pictures I can get of this look. Can't say I'm in love with this look at the moment. It's not the best eye makeup I've ever done. But I'm going to go with it and I'm going to see what happens. So I'm going to take my little brush and I'm going to grab, I don't know whether to go yellow or... No, I'm going to stick with my first instance, it was the blue. I'm just going to pop that under here. And this is probably the most hideous eye makeup I've ever done. But I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to suck it up and I'm just going to see what happens. Just clean that brush off again. That blue is very nice. I actually used that blue the other day for work and really liked it. I'm just going to grab that brush that had all the grey on it and just wipe it off. And I'm going to... Let's just do this. Let's grab a little bit of that orange and see if I can blend out that purple a little bit. Let's try and get a bit more of a fluffy brush. Try and blend that out. So the colours do mix together well, I will give that. They do blend very nicely. Whether I have done the blending satisfactorily with regards to colour palette, I do not know. Miss Wilkes, if you are watching, please come and critique. I'm not very good with colour, so we'll see. I'm now going to grab that yellow, because why not use every colour in the palette, you know what I mean? I'm going to grab that yellow and I'm just going to pop that in the front here. And I'm starting to wonder, I'm not sure if I look like a bruise or a joke. See what I did that joke? No. Or whether I'm, I don't know, looking a bit like a dark, weird pride flag. Who knows? But we're going to go with it. We're going to see where this goes. I just need to find a clean brush. She says, where's my little brushes? Bear with me one moment. I've lost my little brushes. Ah, that one will do. Just need to use that. I'm going to just take that pale one and I'm going to pop that right in the corner. Again, just a bit to brighten up that inner bit. I have no clue what I'm talking about. I'm also going to take it just under that brow bone there, just to highlight that in a bit. And the only colour I haven't used It's this one. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a little flat brush. I'm just going to grab the end here, and I'm going to see if I can, just in the middle there, blend the dark grey and that blue, maybe a little bit just there. So I've literally used every colour. I'm just going to get that dark grey again with this same brush, this same flat brush, and just sort that edge just to neaten it up a bit and darker that corner. And that's pretty much every colour. I don't know that I like it, it's not something I'd normally wear. Just going to grab some of that. See if I can blend that corner out a bit. So yeah, this isn't my normal makeup look. I wouldn't normally wear this many colours. But you know, you've got to try something new in your life once in a while. Let's just finish and look off. No, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do the other eye and then we'll go into eyeliners and bits and pieces. Let me just brush my brushes off. So that was the Joker palette. I'm now going to grab Catwoman and see what we can do with the other side. So I just get my brushes into some form of vague organisation. So this one's a lot more sultry. I don't know that I'm going to be able to use every colour, but you know what, let's just slap it on and have a go. So I'm going to start with, no, I don't think I can use every colour in this palette, but I'm going to grab this lavenderish, metallic lavender at the bottom, and apologies if this comes out a little bit like last week's purple look. The colours do, I tend to, realise I'm sitting all squiffy. They do tend to lend themselves to a very similar look, but I'm going to try not to make it too similar. I'm just going to pop that. See, that's looking very pink. It's not quite as warm toned or in real life as it's showing in the palette. So I'm now going to go in with this red colour, or dark bronze. Oh, that's got quite a bit of payoff. And do the outer corner of that lid, or the outer half of that lid I should say. And also blend that into the middle. So again, more of a half and half look here. So this red tone, which is called, if I can find my, so this is Diamonds. This has quite a lot of payoff. I know there was quite a bit on my brush, but it has, a little goes a long way with that colour. I'm just going to take that off. I'm now just going to grab a small flat brush. That one will do nicely. Just going to grab this Morphe brush. I don't know what number it is, so please don't ask. And I'm going to get that gold, that kind of bottom gold, I think, first off. And I think that colour might actually give quite a bit of fallout. And I'm going to see if I can just draw that down the middle, a bit like a, I think they term it a spotlight. I don't know, I'm not a makeup artist, what do I know about anything? Just take that down the middle, like so, and kind of blend that out into those two colours. So to darken up that outer corner, I'm going to grab this dark one up here with a small little brush. I'm just going to take that as if it was like a winged eyeliner kind of shape, and then blend that into the red, just to give a bit more definition to the outside of the eye. Not sure that I like this look either particularly. Let me go back in with that red for a minute and just really blend those two together between that spotlight and that. Okay, so now I need a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to grab this one, which is that kind of pinky shimmer colour, just on the tip, and I'm going to just blend out that top red edge because it is a little bit harsh, and bring that down into that kind of purpley lilac colour. That's better, much prefer that. So under the eye, I'm going to get my little flat brush again, and we're going to grab this green, you know, because I'm going to try and use all the colours. Let's grab this green and put that there, and again just use that brush to define that edge. And then we're going to grab that top orange, which is showing up far more orange than it does in the palette, but that top orange, and put that just in here. And then to mix these two together, find my tiny little brush, and I'm going to take the last colour in the palette, which is this matte brown, a bit like a pale milk chocolate colour, and just lightly blend those two together in the middle. Oh, looking a bit sweaty there, I do apologise. And for inner corner highlight, I'm going to go back to this paler shimmery one and just do that right in the corner, just to bring out the edge of the eye. Not quite as I thought that was going to come out, but you know what, I'll work with it for now. I will work with it. So what's left in the palette? We have left my highlighter. So I'm going to grab my highlighter very quickly before I start faffing about too much with other things. It's an eyeshadow brush, I'll use it for highlighter. So it's this colour. And I'm not going to go overboard. I don't use mountains of highlighter, but obviously I want to show you how this one looks. So I'm just going to add that to the tops of my cheeks and a little bit down the nose. Hopefully you can see that. And then while I've got this palette open, I'm just going to do my other bits of makeup, which is just my eyeliner and my... I'm losing my words this afternoon. I'm not sure what is happening with words. Words are not working. I don't know what is going on. What is going on? I've lost my liquid eyeliner now. Wonderful. So we're not going to be doing liquid eyeliner because I can't find it. So we're just going to go with the pencil eyeliner again. And I'm going to do... okay. Bear with me one moment, callers. One moment. She has lost her stuff again. Okay, maybe it was this one. Didn't think this was my eyeliner one, but we will use it. So it's just a black eyeliner. I'm going to go in both sides into my waterline. And I'm just gonna, because I've got quite a bit on here, I'm not gonna worry too much about doing winged eyeliner. Just gonna drag that out a little bit. Kind of give the illusion that I've done eyeliner, even though I haven't. Like so. And a bit of mascara, and I think we're all good. I think we're all good. I've lost my eye. Honestly, I'm not safe to be let out some days. Just slap on some mascara. And again, I'm not bothering to curl my lashes particularly. This is again the Kiko Standout Volume, which has become my new favourite. Just do the other side very quickly. And there we have it. So I will just show you the looks a little bit closer. So we have the Joker palette on this side. And on the other side we have the Catwoman. I have to say I do love the metallic shades in the Catwoman look. They have some really nice high point payoff. So, first impressions. Great colours, great metallic payoff. Maybe a little bit too pinky, but with that green colour in there, I think you could do some really cool looks with this one. This one, yeah, okay, I went overboard with the colours, but the Joker palette, some great mattes in there, some great shades. My blending's a bit rough, so it probably looks a bit murky. But you know what? I don't normally do big rainbow looks. This is normally closer to what I would normally wear as opposed to this. But you've got to give it a go. Payoff, I think the colours are great. You do get quite a bit of payoff with each one. Put them the right way around. The red in this one, go very gently with. There's a lot of pigment in that colour. And this one, the yellow, is very pigmented. Depends how much you use it. I'd like to see a bit more payoff with the grey, the silver grey in this one. And the mid brown in this, I suppose, is a great transition colour. It's not a colour I'd normally wear as one of the main colours in my look. Really love this palette. This is a palette I'm going to probably travel with a few times. You get a good few options in there. But as long as you like pinks and kind of reddy tones, this is a good option. This one, I wish it didn't have quite so much fallout. The purple, that grape colour in here, which isn't really transitioning on camera properly, is a gorgeous colour, but a lot of fallout, and again with the lime green. Price point, I believe these were £8, which is not bad. They're, you know, typical Revolution kind of prices. And yeah, you can do lots of things, especially with this bright coloured one. There's lots of options with that one. The highlighter palette, I guess you can see on my skin. I mean, this is more the kind of highlighter I would go for, quite subtle. I'm not a slap on your highlighter kind of girl. But this one is pretty good. And the size of the pan, I think this was £6. And it is quite a large pan. So you're going to get a lot of use out of that. I've used it 3 or 4 days now and I've hardly touched it. It is a 6.5 gram pan. So you're paying less than £1 for each gram of product and all the packaging. So you're probably only paying about 50p a product, 50p a gram for that, which is really cool. Packaging's nice, it feels nice, they're good sizes. The pans are a decent size. You get a gram of 0.03 ounces or a gram of product in each one of these, which isn't the biggest I've seen, but again, it's still pretty good. I don't think they're palettes that are what I would call everyday palettes. They're kind of, yeah, unless you wear this type of look a lot, it's not an everyday palette for me. And I think the Catwoman one, much as I love the colours in it, and I do love those metallic shades, again, it's not something I would wear every day because I get quite bored with the limits. I would need some other colours in there to really give it that, what's the word I'm looking for, that kind of all-rounder palette. It's missing a lot of colours for me for that. Obviously there is the Batman palette, but the Batman palette is very brown. The larger palette that they've done has got a few more options in it, but again, I think there was, what is there, 18 shades in the bigger palette, or 15 shades in the bigger palette, and I think at least 9 of them are brown based. So again, it's not for me, it's too neutral. If I'm going to have a palette that's an all-rounder, I want to be able to have an all-rounder palette that's going to do a lot of looks. I've got neutral palettes, but I always then need to mix it with a different palette. But in general, I think they're pretty good. The pigment is there, then you know there's no primer under these at all, it's just a bit of foundation and powder. So yeah, there you go, that's my review of the products. I think they are very good value for money. Just be careful with the Joker palette with fallout. Make sure that you've either not done your base makeup first, or you've, you know, put a lot of powder under there so you can wipe it away without too much issue. But yeah, if you buy the other palettes, you know, drop a comment below, let me know how you get on with them. If you are darker skinned and you've tried the Harley Quinn palette, I'd love to know how that turns out on you. And if you buy any of these palettes or you use any of them, tag me in it on Instagram, because I'd love to see the looks that you come up with. So that's me done for today. That's 2 videos out of the way, last week's and this one's for this weekday's filming. And my voice is starting to go again, and I'm tired now. I'm done. This cold has not done me any favours. So I will be back next week, not with a makeup look. I don't know what next week's video will be yet. I haven't quite decided. Maybe a fashion lookbook? I don't know. I'll see what I can come up with. But until then, as always, my wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous ravens of all shapes, sizes and types and colours, creeds and genders, have a wonderful day, and just do you.